I mean, yeah, the officiating, I'm not going to comment too much on that, but, it was, I think they're in the double bonus with like 12 and a half left, and you're just like, oh, jeez, they're shooting two? Like, was it a shooting foul? No, it was common foul, okay. So, but, it was tough, to get down. They made all the free throws, too. It would have been nice if they, would have missed a couple more, but they were knocking everything down. They were on it today, and, when a team like that's on it and you get off to a slow start, that's basically the story right there.
What kind of bond did you have with these guys joining this team and making the special run? Is this what you expected or hoped for?
I didn't expect it like this. I knew it would be good. I knew we had a talented team that, back in October, I was like, if we can, put all these pieces together and, play the way we want to play, we can do something special. But, as far as actually going through it and, just day-to-day life with these guys, it was, even better than expected. I had zero regrets on, coming here at all. Just all 100% positivity. Everything the coaches have given me, everything that, the players have, bonded with me, and just, everything's just been fantastic, and I definitely appreciate the 8 months I had here.
67 teams leave the tournament feeling like this, but is there any way to prepare for the abrupt nature of your cruising on and then it's just over?
No, unless you've been there before, which I have, 4 years, so I know a little bit better. But this, being my last year of college basketball, hits me a little different. But it helps to look back and see all the good things that happen. Obviously, perfect world, we would have won out, gone 40-0. But I think the losses we had, we all grew as people, grew on the court, and learned a lot of things about ourselves that were important for us to have the success we had this year. And I think this loss is it's going to propel the guys into next year. I won't be a part of it, but I'm confident that all the guys on here have what it takes to be a really good team, and I just can't wait to be the biggest fan.
With this group of seniors, it's kind of, it's Yogi, who's a 4-year guy, and then other guys who have transferred in. What's the dynamic been with this group of seniors, and how close did you guys get so quickly?
Yeah, you would think with bringing in transfers and freshmen and only having a little bit of time together that you might figure some things out. But I think this group, coach did an incredible job of really pushing us in the off season. We had to go through a lot of stuff early in the year, and that helped us grow. And I think everything that happened, we responded the best way we could, and I think that's the key. I think this team adapted. The troubles we had at the beginning of the year with losses, whatever it may be, I think this team adapted and really came back as good as they possibly could.